us down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Thank you, guys. I have checked in with the Tigers head coach here pregame. This is exactly what they expected when the season started. They knew they had to go to the transfer portal, and the quarterback they got has lived up to every expectation. He has shown great leadership, composure, and poise in every moment. But not only that, he has really shown that he can get it done on the field. Late in this season, he's taking them to where they thought they could go, and he has got to get off to a quick start here today to keep that momentum going. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Run inside. It's Cobb. Hard running there. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The Tigers are in the hurry up.
And I think this is the key in this game, man. These rivalry games, it's about passion, it's about emotion. And coming to this game, we saw him last week, man. He had over 100. Last year in the blowout, he was a non-factor. He's got to be the catalyst in this game. You can't have a repeat of what happened a year ago, where you're throwing the football because you're behind and you got beat down. Got to establish the line of scrimmage.
And to keep this opening drive going, they'll need to convert 3rd and 1. Brown wants to pass. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
First one of the day is on its way, and he's been sort of scarce around here, only called on one time in that loss last week. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. This is what we expected, this crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll start on the ground with Durham. Picks up the first down. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. He's running free down the middle. He is in. Touchdown, Tigers.
And that is exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it. And you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Palmer, there's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed. And that guy takes off, erases some angles, and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them get into the second level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different. And now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey, if we don't tackle him, if linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the second level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now in this defense to tackle.
Rolling right and going deep. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one.
And this offense is searching, man. They're trying to find something. Last week, they did nothing. They got nothing going, looked really, really poor. This week, starting a little sluggish. They got to find something they can hang their hat on and something they can build off of for this offense.
Oh, he drops it right down the middle of the field, and he couldn't make the play.
I think a lot of fans were hoping that this offense maybe made some adjustments considering how much they struggled the last time they took the field. And early in this first quarter, it still seems like they're trying to iron some things out, just not clicking.
He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Taking it the other way. And with the pick six. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
And so far, he looks a little bit rattled at the quarterback spot. Just not settled in, not fully comfortable. And you got to say the defense has done good, and they have taken away what they've wanted to do so far. But he's got to find some answers in this offense. Find some guys, find some matchups that he wants to exploit.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Wide receiver comes in motion. Brown will throw it. Bring in the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And this has been a frustrating watch so far, guys. I mean, Jesse, you got to be loving the quarterback play here. I mean, just 0 for 6 to start the game. Like, no answers so far, not in rhythm, not accurate. Like, they've got to find something and find something fast because he's not settled in. He's a little bit rattled, and it's showing.
Spits it out to the back. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
Yeah, I just feel watching this offense, they need a big play. They need their confidence to get going, get the mojo going, considering they really struggled their last time out. They just don't seem to have figured it out quite yet here in the first quarter.
He'll take it on the return. Slips through the line. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7. All right, guys, let's talk LSU. Top 5 up to this point is really good. It's staying there as we get closer to the playoff. It becomes a huge challenge.
They just need to focus on winning right now. They're in position as a top 5 team to reach the college football playoff, but you've got to keep winning, and that's got to be the mindset. And coming into today, they have to bring their A game to the field.
And we're still in the middle of the season, so there's so many ways to still make a good impression for this squad, and we still have conference championships for some. We have great matchups that will decide, just like we've seen in past years, right? Comes down the stretch, who's playing the best.
He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
Good play call on defense. 3rd down in that situation, you're just playing a big zone. You want everybody having their eyes on the quarterback, playing in their areas, and you want them rallying to the football. As soon as that running back caught the ball, they all came screaming in. They were able to make the tackle and now set up 4th.
LSU will bring the punt team on the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Now the LSU Tigers will use the first of their 3 timeouts. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Levitt. Oh, they're after him. Gets it to him on the screen. Breaks into the open. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guy.
Maybe some room here. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football. Really nice job by this defense. First down was not successful. They get the second and short. And those are the downs where they can be really aggressive on offense and take advantage. So you kind of don't know how to play it, but they did a good job playing the run, protecting themselves against the pass, and now forcing a third down.
This defense has been gashed, and they are backed up again with a 1st and goal. They'll run it with Caden Durham. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
They moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both.
Touchdown LSU! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. Ready. Wide 80. Move it.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend.
Right. Lily.
Brown wants to pass. Setting up the screen. Makes a man miss. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that, you got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. A run for the quarterback. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Offense staying on the field here and hurry up, looking as if they'll go on 4th. Fires to the wideout. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. They could not have drawn up a better start than this, already up 21-0. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. He's now up to 83 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Flips it out to the back. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
Got his man on the outside. Could not make his way to the corner.
That's a really nice job by the cornerback, playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball. And this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rig running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
Guys, LSU has the lead here. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Motion from the back. Dropping back, it's Levin. Here's a heat, and he never had a chance.
Man, that's exactly what this defense needs. They found themselves now in a hole. They're trailing. Got to get pressure on this QB. Can't give him time to get comfortable. They get to him, get the big sack. Maybe this gets them back in the football game.
It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dave.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now, chip into this lead, try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
Looking for a gap. It's Cobb. Got room at the 35. It's a seam wide open. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. Auburn to the line in a hurry.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down, make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
Might as well give it to him again. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Here's a give to Washington. Found that crease, and they knock him down after a pickup of 5 to the 32. A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Brown will throw it. Fires to the tight end. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 22.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Quickly complete. Breaks free, and he might be gone. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
You never want to say it's over early. I mean, we're here early in the game, but considering what the scoreboard is saying, they absolutely had to have that play for them to stay in this football game. And sometimes it just takes one great throw and one great catch to wake you up. They need to score a touchdown on this drive. They need to score another touchdown on their next drive. But maybe that's the play that turns things around for them.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And I know it's easy up here in the booth, right, guys? Like, make that catch, right? Get on the scoreboard. Haven't scored yet with this offense. You want him to make that play, but a nice job by the defense, man. Getting there on time, not letting him wrap that football up. That's a great job breaking on the football with good time.
He's knocked down short game, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry. So they will eschew the short field goal attempt and instead try to score from the 5 on 4th down. Touchdown, Auburn! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. Brown wants to pass. He'll make his way in for the 2, and now they're down by 16.
And it's more common to throw for the 2-point conversion than it is to run anymore. So you practice these a lot. You could tell. Nice timing, nice rhythm, in sync, nice 2-point conversion.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And in my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Finds a man on the right.
And sometimes when you hand it to these guys, man, it's hard to find lanes. It's very congested in the box. But nice job when you spread it out and you give him space by throwing him the football. Sometimes he can use that blazing speed and make bigger plays. I look for them to continue to find ways to get that fast dude in space.
Here's a give to Durham. Finding some room. Give him 105 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season.
And, man, we've all experienced these rivalry games and how much fun they are. And this offense had a lot of fun a year ago, right? Like, they dominated this rivalry. They've been kind of hot coming in. And I really look forward to seeing this running back. Can he be physical? Because you know the anger, the animosity, all the stuff that comes with these rivalry games, you need your running back to set the tone and have a great game.
Quick completion to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on 3rd down. A spectacular one-hand grab. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
Nothing you can do about that on defense. That's just an outstanding one-handed grab by the tight end.
Would have been a makeable 49-yard field goal attempt, but they'd rather try to keep the ball and move it on 4th and short. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Fourth down and 1, and they'll go for it. They'll go with Dura. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
You know, I like the idea to go for it there on 4th down, too, because at this distance, it's definitely not a gimme field goal, right? So your best chances of scoring points and paying this drive off are to go for it on that 4th down, and, of course, they go out and get it.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
And the Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Looking downfield, it's Levin. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
Using his legs, it's Berry. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tigers! Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He's got it down the middle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Tigers want to crank the tempo. Quarterback may change this route. Back to pass. Quarterback adapting. Slides to the ground. He got away and picked up the first down on a 2nd and long. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Opening play of the drive from the 39. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early.
There's a crease. Got enough for the first. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10. Timeout called by LSU. That's their 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Gets the back moving. Back to throw. It's Levin. got his man out of the backfield. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Direct snap. It's Durham. Trying to find the end zone, and he's not going to make it as his defense is making it tough. Now the Tigers will use their third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Makes the grab on the left. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown LSU!
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Cobb. He'll push his way forward for a few, and the clock will continue to run. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Back to pass on second down. Rushes on him. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, kind of the unofficial halfway point of the season. Week 8 and another exciting update from the EA Sports Desk. We begin with Iowa taking on the number 16 team, the Minnesota Golden Gophers. And it's the Hawkeyes engaging in some real trench warfare today. Inches are hard to come by, let alone first downs. A tight tactical game where just about anything could happen. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. To the air, it's Levitt. Takes the easy throw in the flat. Oh, he's got some space. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding him. And the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him. Continues to make catches, continues to chew up yards. You might want to think about putting a safety on him or somebody with a little bit more speed.
This guy's been so much fun to watch all year long. Every single week, he's making defenders look silly trying to tackle him. With that last play, now over 1,000 yards rushing on the season.
Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David. When the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players. And quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game. Who's winning? Who's getting separation on the outside? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his 2nd touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
So here comes the Auburn offense. To the air on first down. Under fire. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. pulls and fires complete to the right. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. The Tigers moving quickly to the line.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
Now the LSU Tigers will use the first of their 3 timeouts. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Now on second down. Brown will throw it. Here's the pressure. Fires it down the seam. He's got it on the outside. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. He wants to throw it. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the first half. Second half, they come out. They're trying to throw the football, man. I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying to make that big play and stay aggressive. But so far, on every level of this defense, they've been dominant.
Got stopped on first down. They'll try it again from the 2. They'll run it with Bryson Washington. Beck's going for the goal line. And he's in. Touchdown, Auburn. Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
Yeah, and the defense comes up with the stop, and you just wonder, the analytics world and all that stuff, that whatever the card says to do, you're supposed to do. I wonder if they were listening to that card.
Number 45, set to kick this low.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the LSU Tiger offense comes out to start this drive. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to pass, it's Levitt. Grabbed behind the line, it's Berry. Could be an alley. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Looking downfield on first down. With the catch, it's Harris. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they are on the move.
And that's a really good throw by this QB, man. Seeing the crossing routes, putting it on his chest so he can keep running across the field, get those yards after the catch. Nice job being on the same page with QB and receiver.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop, you move the ball down the field easily and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs closer to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
Fires quickly. Gives him the big stiff arm. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside a wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now, and he's executing at an incredibly high level. And these receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time.
Motion from the wideout. Running inside. It's Berry. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. It is good! And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Brown wants to pass. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Got him downfield. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Auburn lines up quickly. Looking to throw on 1st down. He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it inside the 15. To the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
When you can run like that, the quarterback is going to give you opportunities. And look at him run by the defenders. QB sees it, stick the hand up in the air, catch the football, get to the end zone.
Timeout called by LSU. That's their second. And they'll have to be very judicious as they only have 1 timeout remaining. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Bunch formation for these receivers. The run inside. It's Jones. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Snowed under by the defense.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Sends it back in motion. Looking to throw on 3rd. Picked it off, and this defense really needed something to go right. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it 1st down at the 42. Might be changing the route. Brown will throw it. They're working that left side. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Wants to fire on second down. Moving out to the right. Got him, and nobody's close. Touchdown, Tigers. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
He'll try to tack on one more. Smashes it through for the PAT. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. Our final quarter is on deck, and it looks as if they are ready to go. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. After that last possession, the interception, which did lead to a touchdown, might want to mix in a few more running plays with this big lead here.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
A little release to the back. He stopped short of the first down marker, had to get it to the 30-yard line, and now they're staring at 4th and short.
I know that was 3rd down, and I know the quarterback's trying to be careful. You don't want to be too greedy, but he had guys open downfield. I think if he had been a little bit more patient and been a little bit more willing to let the play develop, I think he could have converted that with a throw vertically down the field. Instead, he got lazy, checked it down to his running back, and now they're setting up 4th down.
And it's batted away, and the 4th down play doesn't convert. They'll give him the football.
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points. They're not going to come back here in the fourth quarter. So you're just trying to put up more stats. And listen, stats count. Like, we all count our stats. At the end of the season, we look up, you got 1,000 yards receiving. Like, all these plays still matter.
Snagged out of the air. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Brown wants to pass. Got a big paw up there and knocks it down incomplete.
You got to love what you've seen from the defense in this game, too. They knew coming into this one against this quarterback, being as talented as he is, they were going to have to be really good in coverage on the back end, and that's been the case all game long. They have never let it be easy for this quarterback.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Caught, and he's got room. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Makes the grab, it's Kane. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Auburn to the line in a hurry. Going to the run, it's Cobb. Runs through a tackle. Picks up enough to give them first and 10 from the 11. A lot of urgency for this offense. Keeps it on first down. Knocked down immediately at the line of scrimmage. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Brown will throw it. Pocket breaking down. Being chased. Touchdown, Tigers. And they take it in for 6 more points. The AT unit on the field. Right down the boulevard. A 69-yard touchdown drive, and the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. The give as they work on that clock. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see.
Might have a chance. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Gonna run it. It's Barry. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Barry. And they're able to make the tackle.
Gotta love the way the defense is playing here on this drive. Down in the game in the fourth quarter. They're expecting run, and they're getting stops these last 2 snaps. If they can get a big play here, they've got an opportunity to get off the field and probably get pretty good field position to put their offense in a position to maybe go score.
Looking for a man. It's Levin. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Scoops it up. Still a live ball. He's a tough, crafty back, but he couldn't find his way to the marker, and it'll be 4th down.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again, and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Not a lot of room to make this catch. They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Quarterback making adjustments.
Here we go. Hawkeye.
Looking to throw on first down. Escapes the pressure to his right. Takes a hit as he fires. Just a little off. Incomplete.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an L.
Under fire. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running.
139 out. Win. Four. Ninja.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Here's a throw downfield late. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W. There he goes. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Offenses ice football games in the fourth quarter by running the football, and that's what these guys are trying to do right now, right? We're going to bleed the clock.
There's some room. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. That score looks as if this one might have put it a little too far out of reach.
Yeah, this game's pretty much over. That was just the icing on the cake. But, you know, speaking of cake, I'm kind of hungry. Can we get out of here? Can we finish this game so I can go get something to eat?
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. That kicker took a nasty-looking shot, and that personal foul goes against the defense.
Number 44, set to advance on the football.
Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Brown wants to pass. He's taking a deep shot. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. Wants to throw on first down. Here comes the heat. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Connection to the right. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Looking to throw. He wants it all. To the end zone and is picked off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all off season. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, you dominated, and you beat your rival. A lot of these guys are going to go on to the NFL. They'll be in locker rooms next year. They'll be talking about this for a long time.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.